the thing with Kobe Bryant, and he did a very revealing interview about this a couple years ago where he said, I'm not one of these guys who's going to stick around at the end of my career and average 18 points a game. That was with you. I always took that as a direct shot at Michael Jordan playing for the Wizards. That's kind of how I interpreted that comment. That's who Kobe Bryant is. He doesn't want to be another guy or a decent player. He wants to be great all the time. It's going to take a lot longer than a couple of weeks from working out a little bit with your team before you can be that guy. Now, having said that, the Lakers' leading scorers averaging 13 points a game. So Kobe could probably play on one Achilles and average 15 and be the leading scorer for this team. But is that all he wants to be? Or does he want to be more than that? Then I think it's, for me, Christmas would be the most realistic time frame for him to really have an impact on the game.
And by the way, Stephen A. Smith has said from the start he will return on December 20th.
He called
I believe that's when it's going to be, but I think he's aiming for December 1st. I don't think he'll be able to pull it off. I don't think it would be wise. Matter of fact, I'd advise against it, but he don't care what I think. I ain't a doctor, but I think Christmas Day would be ideal. I think he'll be ready to roll. And you're absolutely right. Kobe Bryant is not coming back to average 18, 19 again. As a matter of fact, his exact words to me is, you think I'm going to do that? Hell no. Those were his exact words. And he has maintained that position. Kobe Bryant does not want to be just another player. He's not going to tolerate it. His pride is elevated beyond comprehension, man. He's one of those dudes that refuses to give other folks the license to say he's average. He will walk away from the game before he allows that to happen. And he clearly doesn't believe that that's going to be the case. And so when you look at it and you look at some of the pieces that they have in place, yes, the Lakers are 2 games below 500. They're 5-7. They're not out of the mix. You see what I'm saying? You look at the Jordan Hill with the Pau Gasol, with the Chris Kaman. You look at the Nick Young, some of the young pieces that they have. Well, if you've got Kobe doing what he does with those other pieces in place in terms of the big boys, then you're just talking about using the other dudes for energy, but you use him to close. Yeah, Kobe can see himself doing that. Yeah. He can see himself doing that while averaging about 23 to 25 a game. So I look at it from the standpoint that I anticipate still that it's possible that he'll come back earlier. But to me, Christmas will be ideal unless he wants to come back earlier so he can explode on Christmas. You see what I'm saying? And use that the first couple of weeks leading into it as his personal training camp. Yeah. Unless that's the case, I still see Christmas.
While I agree with Tim Legler, this is the worst injury any athlete can ever suffer. It is always the most inexplicable injury because it happens how? You're just sort of moving by yourself and it just snaps. All that said, I have such supreme regard for Kobe Bryant and his supreme regard for his conditioning and his body. Silly me, I thought he would make it back for the first game. Again, we have seen what Adrian Peterson did in football with the knee reconstruction. We have seen what RG3 did, maybe to a fault, all in for week 1. And at least he did play. He should have played in the preseason. I stand by that. But he did play the opener, and maybe it was premature. I just thought Kobe would be on a mission at age 36 to show the world I can be back for week 1. I agree with you, Tim. That would have been miraculous to pull that off. Maybe he found out this is the one thing even Kobe Bryant can't beat. But I'm going to say this again because Kobe brought it up on The View. The donut line, did you see?
Yes.
Okay, I got to bring it up because it shakes me up when I hear Kobe Bryant talk about this. All I could do for 6 months was sit around and eat donuts. You don't have to eat donuts for 6 months.
You're overreacting.
I'm not. No, because it's Kobe Bean Bryant. That's why I'm not. And he has put on a few pounds.
No, he did.
Okay, he did. Well, okay.
He looked like he lost them.
He may have lost some. He may be losing. Yep. But why would you do that?
He's got more to go.
Okay, I agree. Yeah. Why would you do that to your body? I'm just going to throw this out. Last year, Tim Duncan had what I thought was his best ever all-around season. Now, he couldn't do some of the things he used to do. He was 36 last year. He made first-team All-NBA last year because what was the number one thing he did? He lost 25 pounds before the season. He was just getting flat-out heavy. And he's now lithe. He's now agile again. And he's lost even more this year at age 37. Kobe Bean Bryant is 36 years of age. You just can't tempt fate by putting on pounds. You know how this happens. Yeah. So I'm just saying I'm slightly disappointed that he wouldn't just be fiercely committed to coming back sleeker than ever. I don't know. That's just me, because you can still do a lot of things. You can go in the gym all you want with your Achilles. You can do all kinds of upper body things. You can do some other cardio things without using your leg. You can.
I think you're sleeping on Kobe. I think Kobe's the kind of guy that you truly, truly, truly have to measure what you're seeing when you see him. Meaning, when he steps out on the court, what are you looking at when he says, I'm back? You can't judge him before then, because the man has spent an entire career taking care of himself. He knows what he's doing. And so what happens is, I know people like yourself with your Diet Mountain Dew is your only vice in the world.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's terrible.
You're crazy.
Tim Legler, Mr. Sex Symbol himself, and all of this other. That's what his aspiration was. I used to work with him. I know this man. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, I know him.
I did not know that.
I haven't heard that expression.
Come on now, his wife's beautiful. You understand?
I agree.
She's got a good man, but you know what I'm saying, man. Here's the deal. I'm just telling you, I was the dude with the crutchberries. I was the dude with the dog. I know. I understand. Listen, man, it's hard, okay? It's hard to just veer away from that stuff when you don't have any. Wait a minute. Yeah. I don't get to train. I don't have to do anything for months. I mean, if ever there was an excuse to eat some donuts and some cereal and all of that stuff, it would be that.
Almost as if he was
pregnant. It would be that. So let's be light on them and relax and wait.